Think of it this way. Imagine that you've got a car that is dead out in your driveway right now, okay? And the goal for you is to get that thing moved. And so what do? You wake up one day, you're refreshed, you're ready to go. Motivation is at an all-time high and you're like, "Okay, I'm tired of seeing this dead car sitting in the driveway. I'm going to get this thing moved." But the only thing that you have to move it is you. So what do? Again, you wait till motivation is high and then you start pushing as hard as you can. Now, if your motivation is super high and you are really serious about moving that dead car, how hard do you have to push to get it moved? A lot harder than you have within you. And yet, if you're motivated, you'll probably keep trying. You might try different angles, you might try different approaches. But the reality is that you can't push hard enough in that approach to move that dead car. You can give short bursts of the best effort possible, but you are only going to end up exhausted and frustrated and having made no or little progress. It might budge a little, but it's the wrong approach, right? You need to somehow fix the engine. You need to get some kind of power that's outside of what you have within you to move that dead car. And yet, it's the approach that we take, isn't it? Many of us men keep pushing the dead car. We keep pushing to change. We keep pushing to be a better dad. And yet it's like I do it when I'm motivated, and when all of the efforts that I know to don't work, I feel so frustrated. I feel so defeated. And the enemy speaks to us in those moments and says, "You don't have it in you. This isn't something that's possible for you. You're not a great dad like that guy. You're not a great husband like that guy. You're never going to be as good as your pastor," or whatever it might be. All of these discouraging things come at us when we feel like I've been at this thing for years and I can't kick the habit. I want to be a better dad, but I can't seem to get there. I want to be the follower of Christ that he deserves and he wants me to be, but I can't seem to do it. Nothing seems to work. And so what do? In moments of inspiration, we push really hard. And then we find ourselves just spinning the wheels and going, "Okay, I'm stuck and I'm frustrated." See, the problem, again, for most of us, isn't that we aren't trying really hard. It's that the approach to move the car is we need something different, right? We need a different approach. One of the things that I teach is the system called training for change. And inside of that is this idea of starting super small. See, your brain is wired to respond well to things that are easy and to things that are obvious and to things that you can actually win at. When you have something that you can consistently win at, your brain goes, "Gosh, that feels good. I'd like to do that again." But when we are pushing against a dead car and it's hard and it's uncomfortable and it's no fun, your brain's, "This sucks. I don't want to push this thing ever again." And it resists change. Your brain prefers easy over hard. And so, what does that have to do with you and being a better dad or being a better husband or a follower of Christ? It means that real change begins when it begins to feel doable. Real change begins when change feels doable. Like, for example, when you're pushing that car and you have pushed as hard as you can for 5 minutes, you are sweating like a pig, right? You are exhausted from effort, but your brain knows, dude, this car ain't going anywhere. When that's the case and it comes to the change in your life, whether that's like quitting porn or stop yelling at your kids in anger or nagging your wife or whatever the area might be, when it feels to your brain like you're pushing that dead car and those efforts are never going to get you there, you stop changing. Your body, literally, your brain and your body is resisting change because it doesn't feel doable. You don't truly believe it's possible to be a better man, to be this kind of man. And if you start there and that's real for you, then just do these simple things, these simple fixes that we talked about today, and see if you can do it for a couple days in a row. Now, if you get a couple days in a row and you're like, "Man, that was so easy," sweet. Do a couple more days. And if you find yourself building momentum that way, where you're like, okay, yeah, this feels good. This is working. I'm like 3 or 4 or 5 days into this thing. Sweet. And if you start to go, you know what, I could do a little bit more. Cool. Do that, but keep it super small. Keep it super doable. Build slowly. And then as you start to make progress in this area, if you start to go, I've got this down, awesome. Now move on to the next habit or the next area after that. Small changes are what's going to lead to big results. That's what I hope you take from this. That's how you're going to become a better husband, a better father, a better follower of Christ, is keeping it super small where you can keep showing up.